gonna briefly check in on her unless she wants to go on and on. She might have time. Man who passed away, pancreatic cancer, less than a year ago. Mama adored her. Oh, it's Laura. I said I'm her daughter. I shouldn't have known. She might not even want to talk to me. Sure. Okay, bye. Another giving time to go poo-poo. Well, if I call back in 10 minutes, I don't know. As I've told you, I've been fortunate that I've never spent any length of time in a mental hospital. Twice I guess you don't call it section, whatever you call it, but I was for one night only, and that was it. I mean, and I'm 45 years old, and that's only twice, so, and only for one night, not any longer. So I can only imagine, based on my mom's stories and her poem and whatnot, what it's like. And I'm sure, even based on what my mom was saying to me on Saturday, this place is driving me insane. It's gonna make her more insane than she normally would be. I was probably 7 there. This is when Mama visited me in LA. And when did you visit me, Mama? I'd already started getting heavy, but I wasn't totally heavy. Because I think she visited me. I moved to LA in 01. I visited the family in 5. I believe my mom visited me before then. Yeah, she visited me first, and then I believe I visited the family. I think that's Epoch? I don't know what that is, I forget. Oh, it says at Universal Hollywood. Yeah. I gotta go to the bathroom, the ice cream and the cream cheese and all that crap's going through me. I know when this was. This is when I visited the family in 2005. I look really heavy in these pictures, but I was 5'10", so even when I was heavy, I carried it well, and I didn't feel like I was, and I didn't feel like I was super obese. But you look in pictures, a lot of times you look heavier in pictures too, but I was definitely obese. I was 70 pounds overweight. I was definitely obese. And I think in 5, maybe I was maybe 55 pounds overweight, something like that. Regardless, I wasn't the sex kid I was when I took off to LA. And like I said, I know Miriam was having a field day with that one. The fact that I'd gained a shitload of weight, I know Miriam was loving that. And why did I gain the weight? Because I was depressed as hell with Donald. And I ate to escape. I was working 40 or more hours per week at that parking company. I was not getting any kind of good sex to speak of from Donald. I was depressed as hell. I slowly gained weight just like anybody does, because I just didn't care. I didn't care. I was just in my rut, in my, But that shows how angles are. Because remember how heavy I looked in that other picture I showed you that was from 2005? This one's from later. This is where I actually am, 232 pounds. And because it's a different angle, I don't look as heavy as I looked in some of the other pictures, see? But that was definitely when I was 232 pounds. That was when my mom came up to visit. That wasn't from the first time she came. I don't believe. I think that was the later time. Pretty sure. My mama, when she was heavier, I helped her lose 30 pounds, as I said. My mama was Omar. And then, of course, I already showed you these ones. This is me in my late 20s. If you want to know how my mom is, well, she was in her early 20s when she had me. She's getting close to 70 now, so if I was in my late 20s, you can figure out how old she was there. I never know if I'm holding up these pictures right. You know it's a crapshoot. It's all a crapshoot. Sometimes I hold them up perfectly, and other times I don't, and there's no way to know. This one, look how heavy I look there. It's the angle of the picture. Because I was actually thinner. I weighed less when this picture was taken than I did when the other one stand up. It's just the angle of the picture. I mean, I wasn't 400 or 500 pounds, I was really heavy there. I know that I do. She printed these out at that place she goes to where the mentally hang out, where she doesn't have to feel like she's stigmatized, I know she felt that way whenever she got together with the family and whatnot, And of course, she's going to be stigmatized. She's been in and out of mental hospitals half her life. And then, my God, well, everything breaks my heart, as we already know, but my mom's saying to me, and she doesn't get it. I think she gets it, but when she's sick, she kind of can put it to the back burner a little bit and just forget. But nobody visits me. I don't understand why Beth doesn't visit me. She lives right in this town, Mom. Because it was always an excuse that your hospital was too far away for anyone to visit. That's a convenient excuse, Mom. It doesn't matter if she lives in the same town. She doesn't give a shit. She's not going to visit. I've been trying to tell you this, though. I try to get it through to you. You know, you throw me to the wolves, and I'm the one that loves you the most. You repeatedly throw me to the wolves, and I'm the one that loves you the most, Mom. They're not going to visit you, even if they live 5 minutes away. I was in LA a few years back. It was the family cookout. It just so happened the family cookout was taking place literally less than 10 minutes down the road from where my mother was locked up in the mental hospital and couldn't go to the family cookout. Do you think they didn't even bother to, none of them even bothered to call my mother and say, I'm sorry you're in there or whatnot, let alone like drive down and bring her a piece of cake or something? All these things add up in my brain, you know, especially when my mom will throw me to the wolves and say, why can't you just forgive and forgive the family and you know, because I don't know what people think. They think the person's illness is that person's fault. They just can't be bothered. It's one thing when the hospital's over an hour's drive away. My mom was literally 5 minutes, 10 minutes, less than 10, down the road. I know where she was. I know where the family cookout was taking place. She was smart enough to... She may have called me. I don't know if I called her or she called me or what. I mean, she had my phone. That was in LA. She had my phone number, of course. She could call me from the hospital, I'm sure. Whether she called me, I called her, whatever. The bottom line is, they're at the family cookout, Laura, and they don't even bother to call me and say, you know, it's sad. But even now, she still has hope. Even when she can't stand Marion, she'll even say, well, nobody visits me. Marion won't visit. I know, Mom. Marion outright said to me in the summer, no one's going to call your mother. No one's going to visit her. She just needs to get better and get out of there. You know? People have that attitude. Whereas I know that to keep up hope, you need to know that people love you, that you matter when you're in one of those places. And I don't have to have ever been locked up in one to know that, because it's common sense. Common sense. Anybody's not a fucking ignorant. Whatever. Okay, I have to go to the bathroom, poo-poo. I have no idea if this is showing up or whatnot, but I do have to go to the bathroom and call my mama. I'm not gonna... I'll be a little late and I'll just say, sorry, Mom, I won't say it like that. I had to, you know, take a poo-poo, take a shit, whatever. I had to go to the bathroom. I called you and you couldn't talk. You said 10 minutes, but you might not be able to talk at all. She might not want to talk. The family meeting with Marion and my mom's doctors may have been today, maybe tomorrow, maybe the one taking place with Cheryl and my mom's social worker. Who knows? I'm not going anywhere near Marion, especially, you know. I wouldn't anyway, but then my mom just says Marion calls up my mom in the hospital 3 days ago just to badmouth me.